G'day guys, it's Tom here, the CEO of StartSomeGood. And I'm just quickly jumping on video because I want to extend an invitation to you and tell you a little bit more about the first ever StartSomeGood Launchpad. The StartSomeGood Launchpad is a 6-week project accelerator to help get you and your idea crowdfunding ready. And at the heart of that program is guidance to work through the 5 C's of successful crowdfunding, which are clarity, credibility, communities, channels, and courage. And so clarity is the essence of your story. It's really being clear about what it is you're trying to do in the world, your theory of change, in other words, and being able to communicate to people in a very simple way that allows me not only to listen to what you're talking about, but to kind of conjure it up into my mind and to believe what it is that you're trying to do. And essential to that is being really specific about the amount of money you need, how you're planning to spend that, and the impact that you can create. But none of that's going to work if you don't have the second C, credibility, because credibility is what allows your story to be heard and believed. If you don't communicate credibility in the right way, people just don't stop and listen. They just haven't got time for you. And so the heart of credibility is what we call the 5 P's of credibility. We're all about alliteration here at StartSomeGood. And those are progress, people, partnerships, the past, and promises. And there's more detail to all of those, but the one that I just want to touch on quickly and share with you now is promises. And if you think about it, promises are an old school marketing technique for introducing new things to people and trying to get them to try new things out. It's the classic money back guarantee, or try it out for 30 days, send it back if you don't like it. You provide that out to make it easier for people to take that leap of faith to consume a new product. So in the crowdfunding context, this comes down to your choice of model. There's 2 main models in crowdfunding, keep what you raise or all or nothing, and they're very different promises. Keep what you raise is the promise to keep someone's money, no matter what, even if you haven't achieved your budget, even if you're not actually able to implement the project. Whereas all or nothing is the promise to only take their money if you have the budget you need to go forward and to implement your idea. And it should be obvious which of those is a promise that confers more credibility. It's the all or nothing. It's the backing yourself and saying, I'm going to make this happen. Here's the budget I need, and I'll only take your money if I have that budget. The third C is communities. And that's about mapping out who your potential supporters are and getting the right story to the right people. There's no one story that is just the perfect fundraising story that works for everyone everywhere. Just like the same people don't cry at the same films or laugh in the same places necessarily. We're all different. And you need to figure out who are the right people to tell your story to, who are the people most likely to support you. And then once you figure that out, you need to figure out the next C, channels, which is tactically how you're going to reach them with your story. What's the media they use? Who do they admire? How can you get your story to them, from you to them? Whether that's via platforms like social media, partnerships with people who already have credibility and have built communities, and your personal networks. And then the final C, which is really at the heart of every entrepreneurial endeavor, is courage. You've got to be willing to get out there and share your story with people. But we know that being courageous is often a matter of having the right allies, the right partnerships, which I've mentioned a few times, on your side. And that's why we want to be your ally, your partner, to help you get launch ready and to help you get your great and important idea out there. So please join us on this StartSomeGood Launchpad program. It's only $97 to sign up, and it's a 6-week guided process of group support and coaching from us. And even better, when you launch, I personally will give you $50 back in the form of being one of your first pledges to help you get off the mark and create the early momentum that is so important to successful crowdfunding. So please get involved, sign up, and we'd love to work with you soon. Cheers.